like 70 something percent entrepreneurs are, you know, multimillionaires, and then the others is in like investors, and then it like goes down the chain of command of like who makes the most money. And it's like entrepreneurs, but you know what, entrepreneurs, like every single time they're in sales, like that's what entrepreneurs is, it's
In
sales.
some way.
Like every business is, you're selling something. If you own a business, you got to
Mhm.
sell something in order to make money. So
Yep.
yeah, so that's just like every business. And you know, and I love what like Daniel G was saying about how you know, people look at like Coca-Cola, and then they look at network marketing, and it's like network marketing is like a pyramid scheme, but you know, like, but Coca-Cola, like that's like a real brand. But it's like the only difference between like network marketing and like a big brand company is that network marketing has the networkers, okay, the people that work for them, be the like the commercial of the business, right? The people that are out doing it. So instead of like paying for advertisement, they have the people advertise the business, right? Whereas Coca-Cola, they pay like commercials, billboards, you know, put it anywhere and everywhere in their bars and restaurants
Yep.
and all the things or whatever, to do it. And like that's literally like the difference. That's all the difference really is like putting the money into the people versus putting it into advertisement. And you know, it's just a really good perspective to look at, because I feel like more and more people are, you know, like understanding like the fog is clearing when it comes to like network marketing, and how, you know, and there's different types of network marketing, right? There's like affiliate marketing, there's direct sales,
Yep.
there's multi-level marketing, like there's, you know, really so many different versions of network marketing. And like we're in direct selling, which is like the furthest from, I feel like, a pyramid, because we don't need that many sales to make good money, first of all. So you don't even have to be like the top of the company to be making money. You could come in the very first day and make $2,500 in your first sale, which is crazy to think about.
Right.
But I just feel like the really cool thing is that, you know, you can surpass your mentor in this business. You can, you know, make more than your mentor in this business, which is crazy to think about. I mean, Ashley's gonna blow me out of the water this month. Okay, she's over there like enrolling like crazy right now. And so like that's the beauty of like what this business is that you know, there is no cap, and there is no pyramid at all. It's just direct sales, and you know, that is the way the way of the beast of what it is. But what I love is that I can have no cap to my income, and I'm at a place where I worked really really hard, and now I make, you know, passive income, which is huge. Passive residual income, we both do, and lots of the people on our team do, and Tara is in making holy crap, her and Jess are like, they make like $60,000 to $80,000 a month. Try and get to that level, okay? Like we're on their tail. But anyways, yeah, no, I just, you guys, you got to be open to other things, like other avenues. And even if you want to keep your job, like that security, right? We got a lot of girls that like literally make more money here than they do at their job, but they still stay at their job, because why not double dip? Like there's just, I don't know. I just feel like in the world that we live in today, like you're crazy to not have like allow yourself to have options and build something that is yours, you know? And with this business, like I don't think people really understand, because I feel like network marketing has gotten like a bad taste in their mouth because of like, you know, people not doing what they say they're going to do. I mean, you do take that risk, like going into business with somebody and them not doing what they say they're going to do. But you know, there's the same thing with a job. Like my husband's worked in like the serving industry for years, and do you know, like when they shut down a restaurant, like they don't tell you. You just go to work one day and the doors are shut. Like you're not told that like this is what's going to happen. Like they just show up and you don't have a job anymore. And so you got to go figure it out. And it's like, what? And that's what they do all the time. Restaurants all the time, they shut down, but they don't tell anyone. And then one day people go to work and then it just is like they're closed. I'm like, what? So, anyways, it's a wild world that we live in. Nothing is secure, and I'm not going to promise that like this is the most secure thing. But what I can promise you is you can make a shit ton of money, and you can make tons of investments into other things, and nothing is promised. So why wouldn't you have your eggs in like a couple baskets? You know what I mean? So that you always
Oh,
know you're
yeah.
good.
Absolutely, girl. That's why we're here. We've done all kinds of other crazy shit and we found this and saw the potential. And that's all you need, I feel like, is like you just need to be able to see the spark in what you want to accomplish. You need to be able to see the spark. And if you have that feeling like in your gut, like, okay, like I think I can do this, don't worry about the how. Don't worry about like how you're going to make it happen. Don't worry about like if you don't have the skills yet, don't worry about that stuff because you will figure it out. You know, you will connect yourself with people that will help you figure it out. If you don't know how to do it yet, align yourself with somebody that's already done it. Find yourself a mentor or a coach or somebody in your life who like is where you want to be and like start asking them questions. Start being like, how did you get here? Like, this is where I'm at now. Like I'm I'd love to like head on this path, or, I know I'm not even in the position yet of, close to starting, but I want to like start vocalizing and speaking about what you want in life, and start talking to people and surrounding yourself and connecting yourself with people that are where you want to be. Like I physically have started having like a visceral, like bad, like physical, like feeling in my body when I'm surrounded by people that I'm not aligned with. And I'm not even joking you. Like if I'm aligned, or excuse me, if I'm finding myself in a room or having a conversation with somebody and like they're negative, or like I can just literally feel their bullshit, I am like, it like physically hurts my body in a way that I'm like, I'm gonna like, I can't even stand to be here any longer, because it's like I have come to a point in my life where I've outgrown all that, right? And a lot of people, like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, like, when you go through a lot of shit in life, and when you grow from it, and you like do the self-reflection to understand it more, you can pick it out a lot easier in other people. You can pick out the excuses, you can pick out like the victimization that they're doing, you can pick out them in their pity party. And it's like, if they're talking to you about it, or if you're like in this situation, like they're venting to you or whatever, and you try to give them some advice, and like they literally are just like, and they keep going back because they want to live there, they want to be there, and it's like, I am not here to just like listen to your bullshit anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not. I've been there. I would rather not climb back down those stairs into the dump anymore. Like, I'm here, I worked really hard to get here, and like, even though I'm still not exactly where I want to be every day, I know that I have made the growth and the progress where like going back down to that level, like literally my body and my energy is very much like sensitive to it, and it's like, I don't want it, And that's something too, I know you're really empathic too, Leanne, is like when you are an empath and you like feel these energies, like it's like you got to be really careful and like cut that shit out of your life as best you can. Or if you can't physically cut these people out of your life, like do your best to limit conversations with them. Do your best to like in your mind pretend you're putting up a boundary, or like, go into the situation and be like, I'm not going to let this person suck my energy today, or like, I am not going to let myself stoop to that level. I'm not going to sit and just like be like, yeah, I get what you're saying, when you don't get what they're saying, when you know they're full of shit, like, do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. And I feel like that's definitely, this is like a whole other topic, but I have it so bad that like when there are certain people that will like just like resurface every now and then, that like I don't know, like my body will like shake, like vibrate, like whatever, because like I can't be around that kind of energy. It's just like not for me. I can't do it. And like I'm like I have to like I gotta get these people out of my life. So no, I know exactly what you're saying, but then I also, on the flip side, especially in being in this business, I feel like I get the pleasure to be around like a lot of people that I love absorbing their energy, which is
Yes.
like a really, really good thing, but I feel you so wholeheartedly on, there's just certain people where I just like get a bad vibe, get a blah, blah, and like I will be the person like the phone won't get answered, the text won't get replied, like I just cannot. I'm like, you gotta stay over there. You know what I mean? And like it's okay to have those kind of boundaries, and we really do have to have that in our life. Really, no matter like who it is, I don't really care. Because I've done a lot of personal growth where like I'm just like, it just is what it is. Like there's always gonna be a little part of that kind of like bugs you, but you can get past it. But on the flip side, like I said about like the good energy, that's why you want to be around people that get you, people that are like you, people that have the similar like happy, positive energies. Somebody's energy that I really loved on the trip that we were on was like Meredith. Like I really just love her like grounding like energy, like she's just like free flowing, like, and love her, and I love her. And it's like you don't, and like so when you go on like retreats with people, you're in a house with 12, 13 people. That's a lot of energies, and I feel like I loved every energy that was there, honestly, and everybody's energy is a little bit different, but Meredith is just one that I really, really love. I don't know if she's on here, but we love you, Meredith. And she's under my girl Ashley, and anyways, I adore her, and we're thinking about moving south or whatever, but I had messaged her because she lives in Florida, and we're like tossing around the ideas of like Florida, of different places or whatever. But it's just cool that like now I've gained this connection, right? Like I gained this connection to kind of like talk to her. And that's what I just love about this business, because like I would have never probably ever come across Meredith in a day of my life without this business. And, and I love Tony. Like Tony has like the sweetest personality. She's just like a mama bear. Like I just love her. She always worries about everybody, make sure like everything's good. Like she's messaging me and Kimmy like, okay, like when am I coming to your house? And like, when's Kimmy coming to your house? Like she's planning it all. We're just like, we don't know. We just show up and do things. Like me and Kimmy are so type B and she's so type A. But just like good. to be around. You know what I mean? Just like really good energies to be around. Plus, of course, I love your energy, and I know we both have very similar energies. But I know when we get together, like it's always just incredible. And we met on a retreat, you guys. Like that's how me and Maya met. We met on a retreat. Which
We
remember
did,
that.
and we were vibing.
But yes, we were so vibing and had so much fun. We clicked right away. Just so free spirited. Maya was just like gorgeous. I'll never forget. I showed up to the Tennessee house and she's like got shorts on and like a little top and like cowgirl boots and a hat when we were in Tennessee. And you like come down to answer the door and she's like such a vibe, like Maya always is, and always to the nines. And I just remember being like pre-baby, like let my baby have like a hot mess, like not like
You were never
like,
a hot mess. Oh my God,
that's how it
no.
was such a hot mess. But we had fun, and I just loved your like I don't give a fuck energy because let's just say like we are bougie and we like to dress up and like all the things, but we got like a little bit of a potty mouth and we like to like shake our ass on the dance floor, and it was just nice to just come across somebody else that was like that, and like
Mhm.
kind of like gets it because I feel like sometimes we might be a little bit too much for people, maybe sometimes I don't know, but I know at least I know
Yes.
I am. So, anyways,
Yep.
it's just nice if we wouldn't have been in that company, and even though we're not with that company anymore, we learned a lot from that company, and we got to like build a business partnership from meeting there, and so full circle. And so that's why we say like you got to take risks, you got to go do all the things, you got to travel, you got to explore, you got to meet people, you got to network, because you never know like that next person that's going to come into your life and be like a business partner that you're working with for like 2.5 years and make multiple 7-figure business empire, build that with, and go through account losses together. Holy shit. I don't even know, like, if I wouldn't have had, like, we wouldn't have had to be able to, like, rely on each other, like, going through that. Like, that could have just, I don't know, like, that would have probably wrecked us if we didn't have each other, because that's hard to navigate alone, you guys. And that's why it's like, connections are everything. And I don't know about you, but when I worked in the 9 to 5 world, like, I honestly, like, we were talking about this, like, we don't really have, like, that many, like, close friends, like, outside of our business. I mean, I have like acquaintances, people that I've been friends with for a very, very long time, but it's not like somebody that I'm like hanging out with weekly, talking to weekly, monthly, even. I hang out with like my business partners. Like they have become my family. They've become the people that get me. And when I have a crazy idea, they don't think it's crazy. You know what I mean? And so like for so long, I just felt like I just didn't fit, and now I fit. And like I'm just like
Hmm.
they accept my feral ass for who I am, okay? And like no business idea is too crazy or nothing's like too out of the normal, because like we live Delulu, like we're on a
Literally, we're
cruise ship,
Delulu. Uh,
like
I
that. Us it's normal.
I am just like, oh my God. As you're talking, I'm kind of laughing to myself because I have friends in real life, like not real life, what is like non-business related friends, okay?
Yeah,
Like that I didn't meet through online businesses, right? And I have two really close friends. We've been friends for a long
yeah,
time, but I'm laughing because you and I so freely share business ideas and so freely share our entrepreneurial spirit. It's not that it's not weird, like for me to text you or for you to text me and be like, we should do this and blah, 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 blah. Like that's not weird for us, right? There was a time frame last year when I was texting my two besties and I texted her that her husband should start a business. I'm like, yeah, your husband should go around. I could totally see him doing this like during the wintertime. He could start like a Christmas light hanging business. I could already see it. It's going to be called, whatever's Christmas lights. And he can go around and he can do this because he already does garage doors. And she's like, what? And I was like, she wasn't as receptive. I thought she'd be like thinking it was a great idea. And like, first of all, it is a good idea, number one. It is a great idea. We need that service in this town, but I'm not going to be the one to go do it. And her husband would be great
yeah,
at it. But like, I was
yeah.
just like, and again, I'm not dogging her, but she was not very like receptive to it at all. She was basically like, okay, Maya, like, like, hey, I'll let him know, but like, you know what I mean? Like, again, she didn't mean anything. I think she was just like, okay, but like,
Well, people
I'm
don't
actually genuinely
understand that.
serious, like,
Yeah.
we are just that delulu that like, we want to help just we want to create things, okay?
Yeah, like go
Like,
create your own like that. And honestly, like that is a business to be done, because like in our neighborhood,
thank
we have
you.
a few people that pay for them to come do it, and they have like a whole crew come out, and like their house is done in a couple hours. But their house, and then I have my fucking husband that's like never even supposed to get on a ladder. We're just like, okay, like get up a couple Christmas lights outside in our house, like literally, like they got like the Chevy Chase thing going on next door, and we're just like, look at our icicles, like that's
Yeah.
what we got, like a couple of icicles like hanging around, like
Yes.
that's it. I was like, damn, I was like, I need to get those people's number. I even told Cody, I was like, next year get their number, because I'm trying to outshine these motherfuckers in this neighborhood.
Have Cody
And
start the business. Have Cody.
I
Maybe Cody
know.
will start it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we could try. I don't know. He doesn't like to hang Christmas lights. It's not his thing. Okay, he wants to
Well,
get
I
their
don't like
own
to hang
car.
Christmas lights. Yeah.
I know. But seriously, no, like I get it because I'm the same way. Like I would always be like, we should do this or that. And my people would be like, okay. And I
Yeah,
think it's
right.
because we are scared to like commit to something, like scared to commit. And I'm like, for us, like we're just not afraid to fail. So like we could try something and be like, you know what? We did this for a couple months and it sucks. It didn't work out the way we thought, but we still did it. We
You're like,
still
we're
did it. We
good.
tried it. We tried it.
Yeah.
We did it. It's
On
fine.
on to the next,
And
baby.
listen, that it is what it is. And I mean, like shit, like we even for a minute, like in our business, was really trying to like close deals in the DMs, and it wasn't the most successful thing. But you don't know if you don't try it. And
Hmm.
there's so many things where you have to try different ways of something where it just takes time. And if you're not willing to be messy and try things and know that failure is an option that could happen, okay, but if you don't never do it, how are you gonna know? Because it could be like the best thing ever. And I'm telling you, that Christmas light thing, like if I was a man, I'd be on that because you could make
Hell
thousands doing that.
yes. In just a couple month time frame, right? Like just for like a month and then another month. It's only like 2 months of a year basically. And then like take them up, take them down. The repeat customers every year. Like it can't be that hard. Like maybe, you know what? I might just start it and hire it out, right? I might just start doing like I might do my damn self. Yeah.
You could just go like be like, hey, we're going to do this or that. Then you just got to find the guys to do it, and then just make
I
sure you pile in
fuck it.
overhead. You're gonna get out exactly.
You
You could
watch
do
this
it.
coming up. Coming up next Christmas. Maya's Christmas lights. I'm doing it.
I'm dead. This is so fun. But yeah,
Mhm.
no, I'm down. I'm down to try whatever. Okay, like if it can make me
Mhm.
thousands of dollars, like let's give it a try. Whatever.
I,
And I'm down with it. I'm down.
I know. I know. It's just funny because you gotta find people like this in life though that like understand like that you can be a dreamer. And I feel like being a dreamer, but also like taking action with it and not just like talking about it. Like obviously this is something that we're, half humoring, but also like we have taken a lot of risks and done a lot of things that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't do. Are we successful at everything we've ever done in life? No. Or do we have a lot to learn? Yes. But we're here sharing our wisdom with you guys and like sharing what has worked and like sharing what has got us here so far. And I know we're kind of jumping topic to topic, but like the event that you were at, well, I was also at Leanne, but the event that Leanne spoke at, all these people had gotten, and I did too, but gotten these really big checks to celebrate like their commissions from the previous year. And like I had to put in like what I made for the previous year, which was significantly less than what I made the year prior. And I was like comparing myself and I was like in my head about all this stuff. And I was like, I don't even want to like show this. I don't want to stand up there. I don't want to go get my check because I just felt like defeated. And then I fucking sat back and I was like, you know what, Maya? You were pregnant. You had a very traumatic like labor, delivery, all that shit. You were rocked postpartum. You raised like a baby to a toddler. I went through all of this stuff trying to learn to breastfeed and like pump. And it was like so much just up and down. Like, and I still was able to work a business and have a business and be home and like be able to do what I wanted to do with my time and still bring in $75,000. So like that's a big blessing. And like looking at it from that perspective, like I was basically a
How much
stay-at-home
do you
mom.
really work? Like how much do you really think you like work for? You know what I mean? Like to earn $75,000 and be like in full mom mode, pretty much unplugged a lot of the time. That's
Yeah,
fucking insane.
I know. And like I look at that and it's like I really had to change my perspective and like learn to not sit in the comparison and not compare myself to the old me because that's what a lot of what I was doing. I wasn't comparing myself mostly to everybody else. It was mostly like me in my head of like why didn't I accomplish this? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I try harder? Why did I send out more outreach messages? Why didn't I like all this stuff and it's like because you were a way different person and you're in a different season of life and it's like you have to learn to be thankful for what you're in now, right? And like understand that, like even for me, like when I first started my business here in High Ticket, it was just me, myself and I hustling, grinding, like that's what I was caring about. Like, yes, I was in a relationship. Also, my husband didn't depend on me for like making money. My husband didn't depend on me to like, what I'm saying? When I was showing up for my goals at that time. I didn't have a little baby who I cared about. I wasn't living for like another little human. And now I am.
Yeah.
And my whole world changed. And like, your perspective changes, your mind, your body, your energy, everything switches. So for me, now I just have this different renewed perspective of success. And for me, success isn't always, making maybe 500 grand a year or 200 grand a year. It's being able to own my time and being able to have a business that does pay me, even if I'm only working an hour a day and can still make, 75 fucking grand. Like that's wild. That's wild.
It is wild, and that's incredible. But I felt the same way. But then, I'm going to be like really real. Like we were on stage with people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers and made more than they did. So it just goes to show too that, not to like put anybody down or whatever, but it just goes to show that it doesn't matter like what your following is. Like this business model works. And so even though like we had lost everything, and even if I did, I wouldn't have had 20, 30, 40,000 followers. I had like 10,000 on Facebook. And that was like my main platform that I grew on. But it just goes to show that it doesn't matter your background, where you come from, how many followers you have. Like you can make really good money doing a business like this if you put in the work, because this isn't just show up at your 9-to-5 job and make money. This is plug in, get to work, put in the work, show up when it's hard, show up when you don't want to, okay, show up when you're having a bad day, you gotta put a smile on sometimes when you don't want to, and that's not being fake, but that's the same thing that you would do like going to work. Like there's so many days you don't want to go there, but you have to put your smile on so you can get your paycheck and collect and not get fired. So it's literally like same but different. I always like
Right.
it's like same but different, and you make the rules, you make the hours, you you have the freedom to do it wherever. Like I literally was able to cancel my calls this week because it was nice out. I'm like, can we just like reschedule to like later or tomorrow or something, because it's 80 degrees outside and I haven't seen the sun in like 3 months, so I'm trying to get outside. It was just like, yeah, like when you work with other entrepreneurs, they're like, oh yeah, whatever, like, go enjoy it.
Right.
We'll meet later. You know what I mean? And it's just like, gosh, that just feels so good. And you don't have to lie about it. Like if it was work, I'd be like, sorry, I'm like so sick, I can't make it. So I'd have to do, and then I'd be like, woo, like on Facebook, like out my side of the park, show that. You know what I mean? Like because you had to lie. You told everybody you're sick, so then you can't tell anybody like what you're really doing. So it's like, I don't know. It just feels good to just always just be upfront, honest. Like I just do my thing, and it's nice. And I still can't even believe like, I made what I made. Like I was like, how does that even happen? And I obviously was a little bit more plugged in than you were because I didn't have a baby. I already had babies and my husband's home. So, I'm lucky in that respect. So it's just like, yeah, that is a huge accomplishment. And that just goes to show, like when you look into this business model, like most people in other like online businesses, like you can't be like unplugged and make that kind of money. Like you just
No, I was plugged I was plugged in low ticket, making not even literally scrimmly scraps compared to that. So it's like, no, you know what I mean though? So
I think like the biggest year in like another company was like $12,000 for the whole year.
And a lot of people would look at that and be like, wow, good job. Like, because you're in low ticket, because you think that's all that's possible. But it's like, girl, open your mind. We're going to help show you a new way.
Seriously. Because if you think about that, like if you're making $11,000, let's just say like $11,000 in a year, and you divide that by 12, that's less than $1,000 a month that you made.
Mm-hmm. And how often are you showing up? How many times do you post in a day? How many customers do you have to get? Like, it's just.
I was nonstop going live every day. I would like go live at least like 5 days a week. I'd have to go live and like make videos and have parties and just constantly be showing up like this product or whatever.
I know.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I can't do that. But hey, it works for some people, and some people can have massive success. But even like Tara will tell you, she's been at the top of multiple companies, and it's rare. It's rare to get to the top of a company, but it's not rare to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month in high ticket, because you're like anybody can make 1 to 2 sales a month.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do that.
No, I agree.
2 sales in the last week. You know what I mean? Like you can do that. Like it's totally possible for you. And and like we said, we're not here to just like push our business, even though we're a little bit biased because we love our business, but it's more just to inspire people to just go out and like live, take risks, go do shit, and do like smart risks, like risks that are going to pay you out for years, take the vacation. Please take the vacation. But if you're going to take the vacation, also invest into something that's going to allow you to afford those vacations, right? And go have the fun times and go do all the things. Because I feel like, I used to have to, like, the flies in here are like kind of freak me out. I cannot. I live in a farm town, okay? And so the second it gets warm, like thousands. We have a fly tape up, hundreds on them within like an hour. Like that's how many like you'll get. Like it's insane in the garage. It's so bad. But anyways, where was I going with this speech that I was just talking about?
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. I'm good.
Made you dinner.
Is that your pool boy?
Yeah. It's my dinner boy. Apparently he's bringing spaghetti on our podcast here.
I'd bring you some if I could.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious, Cody. Thank you.
He makes feels.
The sauce has been going since this
She's been
morning.
cooking it since this morning. This spaghetti is slow cooked. I mean,
What?
Come on now.
Yeah.
See, you can retire your husbands and they can cook for you. I mean, come on now. Get out of here.
No.
I'm
Oh.
not- Sorry, I'm making noise.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, seriously, you guys. I know this has been like a lot of rambling today, but we wanted to get on here. We didn't have like a specific topic that we really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to share about just different things and just inspire people to live big. Live big. Stop living small. Stop letting like the fear of everything scare you out, like of doing things. Like you can do hard things. Like you can do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that's good for today too. Like she said, we didn't go in here being like, we want to talk about this, but sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's just good to like rift and bond. And I think there was a lot of value today too.